This is so weird because I feel like I'm talking to the buffet. Normally when I'm at a conference and I'm speaking, so it's going to be a little bit of this and a whole lot of this, and it'll be a little bit of a tennis match going back and forth. Well, this whole event came from the idea and the concept in general of watching some of you at networking events. We love you, just not doing it very well. So I figured it's not really fair to blame people for not doing something well if you've never had the opportunity to learn it. So yes, this talk today is Wicked inspired. If you've never seen the movie, it doesn't matter. I'll still teach. How many people in here have never seen Wicked at all? Fair. Have you seen Wizard of Oz? Okay. So at least you have a general concept of who the Wicked Witch is and who Elphaba is, right? But there's still tons of information that I'll share and teach. It's just a little inspired. We're having fun. So if Glinda and Elphaba walked into a networking event, you'd expect two very different people. One of them would come in taking all the selfies. She'd be at every photo op. Her hair would be perfectly coiffed. She would look just put in place, everything exactly what it needs to be. Then you've got the elders. She did all her research. She probably brought a notebook. She definitely did not forget her business cards and her name tag. But together, these two different types of people create a power networker, right? It's really that powerful opportunity of bringing all the different sides together to build the best. So a little audience participation only one time, and then I'll let you just play. Ask yourself, have you ever gotten out of a networking event, sat down in the car, and said, wow, that was a lot of money for a ticket to an event. Food was delicious. I got to see some of my friends, but I'm not really sure how that moved my business forward. Has anybody in the room ever felt that way? Like it was fun to go? You got to see it? Are you guys just like, I don't care because I get to play with my friends? That could be it too. But ultimately, for you, like most of you, the networking in general isn't working. Our community at Wedding Venue Map is built on the backs of you being able to build those relationships that lead to referrals. But if we're not really killing it at the relationship building game, then we've got to work on it. But it's ultimately not your fault. So I'm going to give you a little flashback to Shannon at 25-year-old. This was my first professional headshot. No, I was never that skinny. I was dating the photographer, and I thought it'd be a great idea to shave 25 pounds off, not thinking about the fact that 25 years from now, that would be my first professional headshot. So my cheat that will follow me till the end of time. But you know, back when I was 25 and started in the wedding industry, I knew no one. You see me now and be like, oh, she knows everybody and she's talking to everybody and whatever, but I didn't know anyone then. We also had zero marketing budget with the company I worked for. Nada. Like no ads, no wedding shows, no print. We didn't have websites back then. That's 20 years ago. But like I knew we needed to find leads and I knew people liked me. Like I could build relationships. I just wasn't sure how to take that and turn that into leads coming into the company. So I really decided that the only marketing strategy I had the capability to be able to make work was really and truly networking. So I went all in. Back then, I was screwed because all I could do was read books. In today's world, you could watch TikToks on how to be a better networker. You could watch videos on YouTube. There's entire podcast episodes about this. But these three still to this day are some of my favorite books when it comes to the power of networking within your business. Because when you can build those relationships that moves the business forward, it's a lot more productive and the time doesn't feel wasted. And I can send these out. I'll send those books out with links on the post-event email in case anybody's interested in them. Networking, everything I learned from all those books is that networking has to be intentional. You have to go with purpose. You can't just flit and flitter and hope that it's going to do what you want to do with your business. So, you know, if you want to have fun and make it worth your time, you need an actual plan. So, I mean, it can still be fun. John calls this my like big friend night out every month. My boyfriend's like, your networking event is your own, like, go play with your besties, except it's 70 to 100 people. I was like, I know, it's the best. I just get to gather you all in one space and get to play with you as often as I have the ability to, right? But it's about really having ultimately a plan. So I've designed and developed, if you know anything about me, you know I love a system. So I've designed and developed a method that I'm going to teach you today called the RSVP method. RSVP stands for research, show up, value add, and persist. Because building relationships that lead to growing your business through networking, it requires more than a one-time show up. You can't just like set it and forget it. So I'm going to teach you all the way through it. So here's what I pinky promise you today. Pinky promise with this wild. Look at this thing. Okay. So I'm going to pinky promise today. I'm not here to tell you you have to be someone that you're not. Not everyone is the loudest person in the room. My favorite thing at events is when you guys are like, I heard you before I saw you. That doesn't surprise me. But you don't have to be that to be successful at networking. That's not really a part of it. You don't have to have a giant, big personality, and you don't have to have a perfected elevator pitch. Like, you don't have to have that 30-second perfect commercial. Hi, I'm Shannon with Wedding Venue Map. We connect, engage. Like, it's a little stuffy in today's world, right? We want to authentically be who we are and just do it in the best way we possibly can. You won't leave today with any fluff. Today is all about making an actual plan. That's why I like systemized and formulated it out. So, you ready? I love Survivor. Anybody else a Survivor nerd in here? Can we talk about it after? Yes. Never missed an episode. Let's start a Facebook group chat. Okay, so let's start talking about what do we do before you come to a networking event. See, I think a lot of times you guys aren't always doing the homework step, and that first step is part of the process. So we've got to start with research. Research is that prep that makes the connections actually count. The event actually starts before you walk in the door. If you are taking the time away from your business, your family, like you all have people that you love right now. You have significant others, you have children at home, you have family, you have all these things that you are taking time away from to either represent another business or to support your own business right now. So it's got to be worth the time. So here's where you're blowing it now. You show up blind having no idea who's going to be there. You have no business cards. Who's brave enough to say they forgot a business card today? They didn't bring a business card, not paper, not digital, not nothing. It happens. It happens, right? You walk in late. You walk in the door, sit down at a table. Don't talk to anyone else. You have no name tag or don't want to put one on because we give them to you and you're like, I don't want to wear that. Okay. But then they're like, nobody remembered who I was, right? So ultimately, this research stage and phase is about really knowing what a win looks like for you. Why are you even going? What's your why? Why are you going? Having a plan, identifying who you hope to both meet, but also who you hope to reconnect with. Because it's not just the first time. Sometimes it's the repetition that makes networking successful. And you need to know how to bring what you need. So let's run through these. Let's start with your why. Why are you actually coming to this event? Could be for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes it's just visibility. I remember post-COVID, about 2020, 21, 2022, we really got into the swing of our networking events. Like we were going every month at that point. And people would come out and other people would say to them, I didn't know you were still in business. Ouch. So that really that's a visibility problem, right? People haven't seen you out and about and know that you're really still in it. Or is it about building relationships and deepening them? Is it about education? Sometimes people come when we do a speaker and an educator that don't ever come to anything else because they're coming to like check that box because they really want to learn something. Or, maybe it's personal. Maybe you're a mom and you're like, get me away from these children. Do any of you ever feel that way? I love those ones. You guys you live your best life at networking events sometimes. Those 2 bar tickets don't go far enough. I know. But you've got to you have to go with a goal. So the goal can be to meet a certain amount of new people. Your goal can be you want to reconnect with someone specific. You want to connect with one vendor in one category. There's a lot of different reasons because otherwise, how do you know it was worth it? Otherwise, you're just flitting and flittering around the room to play with your friends. No offense, I love all of you, but if I want to play with you, let's go to dinner. I mean, tonight's dinner was exceptional. But sometimes in networking events I'm going to, it's really bad hotel chicken. And I'm like, did we just pay all that money to eat? And I'd rather just go to dinner with you somewhere. For that amount of money, ooh, we could live our best life. When you have a goal and a plan in mind, clarity equals confidence. You will walk in knowing I have something I specifically want to achieve. I want to do something specific. And so you're going in with a plan of what you want to do. So next is do your homework. I wouldn't say at Wedding Venue Map we've made this really easy, but we've committed to make a change for events coming forward. So there's a few things you can do. If you're on Facebook, there's always a Facebook event, and you can go in, and if you're friends with someone on Facebook, you can see if they've marked themselves interested or not. Now it's only if you're friends with them. If there's a public event page, we've made the commitment as a team that we will send out either the morning of or the night before, sometime before the event, the list of the names of attending and the businesses. We are not sharing email addresses. I'm not comfortable with that because people take that list and just dump it into marketing, and none of us wanted that. So, but we will share the company names, the first name, last name of who's coming, so you can do a little bit of that pre-lookup, so you can see. If you've already bought a ticket, you'll be able to see. But also ask your other people, are they coming? Are you going? I'm going. Somebody you've connected with once, maybe at a Wedding Venue Map event, maybe at another event. Hey, have you checked out this event over here? You can also invite people you want to connect with. You know, we have so many incredible venue and planner members that you all are trying to get in front of. You know what's impressive? To call one of them and say, hey, I'm going to this event. I would love to buy you a ticket if you'd like to come and we can go together. That's sexy. That's like a, whoa, right? You want to do business with someone, set yourself apart and get creative. Make a short list from that list of people you want to meet. When we go and participate in wedding shows, we're always like, oh, I wonder who else is going to be there, so that we can kind of pre-plan those connections. So it's not about meeting 500 people. It's about making those 5 or 6 really strong connections. You also tend to not always take advantage of the sponsor list. Every event in our industry has a whole list of people who've sponsored. If you're on the hunt for a cake person to add into your list, I don't know about you, but holy Lord, wait till they're coming out later. Make sure, you can also pre-reach out to them. I'm so excited to see what you're doing. I can't wait to see what you've provided. You also have to prepare your tools. So can we please, for the love of G-O-D, bring back actual paper business cards? I love Gen Z. No, I don't. I mean, I kind of like, I have an affinity for you, but I don't love Gen Z. If we're doing business, I need more than you following me on Instagram. I mean, I take it, guys. At a networking event, when you're like, oh, what's your Insta? I'm like, oh, what's yours? And I do it, and I screenshot it, and I email it to myself, because I will never remember who you are. I followed you on Instagram, but you're now off into the algorithm to never be seen from again. I need paper business cards. I can live with digital, like the tap ones that like I at least can get my hands on your contact info. But for the love of, it's the least expensive thing you can spend money on in your business, and you have them everywhere. Do you know, I give our business cards out everywhere. I'm at the grocery store, I see a girl with a ring on her finger, and I'm like, oh, girl, you on my website will help you. I drop those business cards out of the sky. In the 8 years we have had this company, I have gone through 9,000 business cards in 8 years. Like, once you have them, you have the opportunity to use them. Okay, I'll get off the soapbox. Sorry, dying on the hill. Please make sure things like your social media bio, your LinkedIn bio, all this stuff works. Because if you are damn sure going to say, check out my Instagram, that bio better be on point so that I know what it is you actually do. Have those things rocking and ready. Create a really simple what you do line that you're confident about, but that sets you apart. Unfortunately, one of the questions we constantly ask is like, what do you do? It's like, I'm a DJ. Okay, great. I'm a florist. Awesome. We're not doing business together. I don't know who you are or what you do. So if I was Sebastian and I was introducing myself at a networking event, this is off the cuff, so no judgment. But I might say something along the lines of like, We specialize in, personal events like weddings and quinceañeras and sweet 16s, but we DJ and that much more. We're definitely heavier on the production company. We can offer things like dance floors and wow moments and pack that dance floor all night long. It's not stuffy. You now know that, you're not calling him for a 4-hour DJ set with a budget bride, right? He just said he's a production company. You ain't calling him for that stuff. So you've got to have that opportunity to be clear about who you are. Have some photos. If what you do is visual, have some photos on your phone to be able to show it. Show the work that you've done, and then please wear a name tag. And listen, sometimes you work at a place that gives you a name tag, so you don't really have control over it. Being over 40, it's been a wild ride as to what I now can read. So when the font is this big, I can't really read it. Or the logo, it's the hotels and the venues, so they make the logo this big. So I'm doing my best. But make sure you have something for networking, or use the paper ones when you walk in the door. A little Glinda tip. Oh God, back on the soapbox. What you wear to networking events matters. Yes, you're being judged. I could lie and tell you, leggings are not pants. We could start there. If you are looking to do business with people in this room, and there's power players in this room. You've got some high luxury vendors in this room. You have some high luxury venues in this room. Do you think you're ever going to play with those people if you don't dress the part? You have 2 seconds to make a decision. 2 seconds. So please, think it through. Dress for confidence, not comparison, the confidence. Skip anything that makes you fuss. If you're uncomfortable touching yourself, why do you think that cape is off me? I'm like, ugh. Keep touching this thing and adjusting it and moving it. Get it off. Don't wear those things. Make sure the outfit matches the brand. There's a reason I wear green. In my personal life, you won't find me at the farmer's market because you're looking for green and you ain't going to see it because I don't wear it outside of work, right? But be your brand, live it, make it, keep your accessories functional. Don't have it be all the things and too much. Avoid the overpowering fragrances. Don't get me wrong. I love a good perfume, but I'm not a flowery girl. So if you come in and you stepped out of the garden, it's a bit much for me. So think through some of those things and plan ahead. We're really good about putting dress on our networking event, like attire. We're really trying to tailor to making sure you guys have all the information so that you know what's appropriate, what's not. Next month we're going bowling. Jeans are totally appropriate. Sneakers are totally appropriate. We're networking and bowling, right? Don't show up like this and think you're going to bowl, right? But all of those things really matter. So best in class for this, she is not here, so somebody take this photo and text it to her right now, is Ann Taylor. That woman preps and prepares. She will email us and be like, can you send me a list of who's coming to the event? She's so proactive. She comes with a list. She comes ready. She not only has her pay digital, she has her bracelet digital card. She has every single way to reach up to you. She follows up. She does all the things. But if you are not she is a power networker. The reason her company has the success she has, for the first 2 years she owned Sheriff Air, everywhere she went in life, she wore a jumper dress that on the back was bedazzled. Ask me about my Shivari chairs. For 2 years. At the grocery store, at every networking event when they set up, literally she had it bedazzled on her back. And it just said, ask me about my Shivari chairs. She's like, do you know how much business I got at the grocery store? It's all she wore. She bought 10 of the same dress and was like, that's all I'm wearing, right? So think how success in networking starts before the event. What you can do to be prepared to show up ready to rock, ready to roll. All right, now let's talk about what we could do during the event. You got to actually show up. Be intentional. Don't be invisible. I know this is very easy for me because I'm an extrovert. It's easier. but it's not easy. When I go to Tampa to network, oh God, I walk in and I'm like, oh, follow your own rules. You got to start all over again because I don't know anybody there, right? So you're not here to work the room. You're here to work your strategy. If your strategy is 3 people, you need to meet 3 people. It's not about meeting 50, 100, right? It's about like working the plan. What did you come for? But if you don't come with a why, how do you know the plan that you're working for? So where you blow it, you only stick with your friends all night. Who's a offender? Raise your hands. It's okay. I was going to call some of you out anyways if you didn't raise your hands, so good job for owning it. Some people talk more than they listen when you're having conversations with people. Oh, they walk right up to a venue or a planner and say, how do I get on your preferred list? What are you doing? You want to know how never to get on the preferred list? Doing that. You can't do that. Or they hover by the buffet or the bar because they're like, that's comfortable. Or they're not listening at all, so they forget people's names all the way through. So we want to focus at networking events on quality conversations, having 3 real connections. 3. If you can leave every event and you go once a month, take that back. Once a month, that's 36 banging connections you made that year. You're better off making 36 than 300 business cards that you're never going to follow up with. So you've got to treat networking like you're dating. It's like we're going on a first date. You wouldn't walk up to somebody at a bar and say, hey, want to go back to my place? I mean, I did that. I was like, I did it in my 20s, but not at this age. No, but like for real, right? Like you've got to go. It's slow and steady. You're looking for common ground with people, having conversations like what brought you to the event tonight? Where's the best place you went on vacation recently? I just went to the Keys. Like 5 people today have asked me about my trip to the Keys, right? It's about building those relationships. How'd you get started? And don't interrupt people. I'm a serial offender for that. Because my brain is like, I want to talk to you about this, I want to ask you this, and I'm like, oh, shut up, Shannon. Sometimes you'll see, I'll teach you, don't tell anyone else. Sometimes I sit and I like hold my hand like this. And it's because I'm intently trying to shut myself up. Because I'm like, shut up. Be approachable. Think about things like eye contact, body language. If you're having a one-on-one conversation with someone at a networking event, and you're sitting there talking, I know you see the people come up. I know you see them. So turn your body. Open up the conversation. Make them feel comfortable. Don't stand like this. Look approachable so people want to talk to you. Please put your phones away. I understand the shoot content when we walk into a room and things like that, but sometimes we'll be sitting at a table at a networking event, and people will be posting on stories, and I'm like, hi. Are we going to, okay. Forget it. Just keep Instagramming. Have a good day. Take the content, post it in the car. Don't spend so much time on your phone that you're not building the relationships. And if someone's standing alone, can you just go say hi? Our community is very good about this, but you've got to look for the newbies. How many of you today did I do that to? At least 3 or 4. They were just standing there, and I was like, oh, that's not how we play here. Let's go, little friends. We're going to make new friends. You've got to lead with. Been my biggest professional development challenge of my life is learning to shut up and to listen and to try to figure out what people are saying. People really like to talk about themselves. Let them. Just ask them. Ask them, learn more. You have to focus on learning on how to be a better active listener, but you want to take mental notes of what people are saying because when you're going to follow up with them after the fact, this is a piece of it. But you have to have talked about something of meaning to know, to have a reason to talk to them afterwards. Not, it was just so great to meet you. Listening builds trust so much faster than any single elevator pitch that you have perfected about yourself. When you just listen to other people and you give them space to share, this time of year, sometimes networking events are a little bit of a dump because we're all in it so deep. But give people the space to dump. I forgot these nails were here. Sorry. I was like, did I just poke my own eye out? Oh, give people the space and the opportunity to have that conversation with you and say, hey, is there anything I can do to help? What's been the best part? Get them out of the negative, back into the positive. I know it sounds like you've had a rough few weeks. What was the best moment at a wedding that you just experienced? Turn them back around to get them out of that headspace. Alphabet tip is about reading the room. So pay attention to body language and group dynamics. Sometimes that one-on-one conversation I'm having, we are intensely dealing with a situation or having a conversation. If you go to walk into it and I do not turn my body, it means go away. Like, we are talking about something that, whether it's a problem with a client, a situation, whatever, like, read the room, right? Like, give them the space to finish what they need to. Don't interrupt deep conversations. Just join in where it makes sense, when it makes sense. Match your tone to the vibe. Being loud isn't always likable. That was on my kindergarten report card. Loud does not equal likable. I mean, she was wrong, but whatever. Just kidding. But also pay attention. Read the room. Pay attention to who are the people who know the people. Who are the people who know the other people? You want to come up to me at any event I'm at, whether it's our event, any other event, and walk right up to me and be like, hi, who should I meet today? I'll be like, well, who do you want to meet today? It's always going to be the question I ask. And then I will scan the crowd and be like, come on. But know that I'm also going to dump you, and walk away. I get shit for that all the time. Oh, she just left me. Of course I did, because my job is to build the connection, build the bridge, and to walk away and give you the space to continue it growing. Confidence is great, but having awareness of what's happening in the room around you is so magical, right? That's the magic, is paying attention to what's happening with other people in the industry. There's a reason why I friend request every single one of you on Facebook. Because I like to know what's happening in your lives. We try to track you to know what's happening outside of work. We're so much more than work. So if you haven't had a chance yet, best in class for all of this, we're going to give it to Guy Swenson. He wasn't able to come tonight, but Guy the Wed, he's an officiant. Guy found, some of you have met him at our networking events. So Guy was a wedding venue map member for a year and a half, came to nothing, not an event. Vanessa from Sweet Miss V's and I had a podcast for 2 years. The episodes still exist. It's called The Wedding Sassholes. There's 82 episodes of us giving you all the ideas, tips, education. It's foul, though, with our language, so prepare yourself. We say some things on that podcast. But he listened about networking, and he started coming out. And he just kept coming and just kept showing up. And he has built relationships. He's gotten on at least 5 to 10 vendor lists within our community because he kept showing up. And he showed up. He always wears a bow tie. He always has his business cards. He does the prep. He does the work. And it's really propelled his business. So he wins best in class for that. People won't remember what you said. They'll always remember how you made them feel. My favorite part about what I do is getting to have conversations with you all at networking events. My least favorite part about what I do is that there's not enough time for me to have quality conversations with all of you at a networking event. I feel like it's a 30-second, hi, because there's 110 of you today. It's not the easiest, but it's it's what fills my cup, right? So finding people to help support and do, it's about how you can make people feel seen, feel heard all the way through. And I'm really struggling with that myself because of the quantity of you. Only so much Shannon, I'm really trying. But there's only so much of any of us to be able to do. All right, so we've gone through the event. What do we do after the event? Event's over. We've left. We are not done yet. Now it's about adding value. It's the follow-up that makes you unforgettable. Of the 9,000 business cards I've given out, at the wedding show that we did recently, I gave out 50 business cards. 3 people have sent me an email. That people who asked me for my card, 3 of them. Now, maybe they're busy. Maybe they've got, but those 3 are now unforgettable to me. Because they were like, oh my God, this was so great. I love talking to you and learning about and blah, 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 and whatever. It's about that follow through. The real magic happens after the event. The developing relationships that lead to referrals and lead to dollars does not happen in this room. This isn't hi, how are you? We're speed dating in this room. Now we got to go on one-on-one dates and build. So where you blow it, after the event, you're sending copy-paste ChatGPT emails that say, great to meet you. How do I know? Because all 3 of those emails from that wedding show were almost identical from ChatGPT. I mean, the same bold in the same spot. I love a good chatty cheat, but put in a little bit of effort, guys, a little bit. Copy, paste, rewrite, send. Makes it a little bit better. But you'll send that one, it was so great to meet you, and then you never ever follow up again. Or that business card goes into the depths of the depth of the bag. Does that happen to anyone else? Or in the car, glove compartment? Those like the pie. Anybody else have a stack of cards sitting in front of their computer? Right? And you're like, oh God, it's too late. I never followed up, I should have. You know, one of the things I used to do when I power networked a lot when we first started Wedding Venue Map is that I sat in the car and I didn't drive home until I sent all the emails. I was like, you have to, like I had a stock email in a note on my phone, copied, pasted it, adjusted it, personalized it, and hit send. I also put the cards in my bra when it's someone I really need to connect with, because it won't get lost. Because when I take my clothes off at night, I'm like, oh no, that was an important one. You can take pictures of them and email them to yourself, so now it becomes like a to-do in your inbox. You have got to find a different system than those cards just going into the abyss of your purse, your bag, your car, whatever. That's money you're just throwing out the window. You're just leaving the money in piles. You follow up too late, or you only reach out when you need something. It was so great meeting you at Wedding Venue Map 6 months ago. I'm doing a styled shoot. Come on. You've got to build a relationship, or you forget to engage with people online. There's so many ways we can create those relationships and continue to engage with people. So people do business with people who stay top of mind. Yes, they do business with people they like, but just because they like you doesn't mean they remember that you exist. You become not relevant. They just forget about you. If you're not posting on social a ton, or they haven't heard from you, they just forget. That follow-up shows professionalism in our industry. It shows that you care enough to want to showcase that you're a professional. And the fortune is in the follow-up is like a very famous quote, and it's for real, guys. The money is in that piece. So let's personalize our follow-up. Please use their name, and please spell it right. My name is not Sharon. It's okay. I get it at least once a day. Hey, Sharon. Hi, Sharon. It was so great to talk to you, Sharon. I remember every single person in my career who has called me Sharon. I laugh it off. I'm not like crying about it at night. But like, please spell people's, Lindsay's. I mean, I love the millennial parents, what they've named the next generation with the spellings. It's a wild ride. Spell people's names. Take the time, take the effort. If you meet people at a group event, something like this, tell them where. It was so great to meet you at the Wedding Venue Map Wicked event. Like, tell me where, because 2 weeks from now, when you find that business card stuck in your bra still, I'm just kidding. But like, when you find that business card and you send the email, you really want to remind them, where did we connect? Where did we build that relationship? Reference something specific from the conversation. Oh, you said you just went on vacation. Oh, you said you were launching a new product. How's that going, right? Personalize your tone. Please write how you speak. If you don't talk like ChatGPT, my ChatGPT drops F-bombs in my responses. I trained that bitch to do it my way. But I was like, I gave her my tone. It's sarcastic. I'm inappropriate. I like to have fun with people. Like, don't make me sound too formal, too fancy. And sometimes it'll say, do you want me to write this in your sarcastic tone or direct it? Like, it asks me because I've told it who I am. I'm not saying don't use the tools, just please use them better. Add value before you ask for things, right? Ask people, how can I support you? How can I help you? We met at a networking event. Who do you want to meet today? Right? How can I help you? Comment on people's posts on social. All we all want is the algorithm to be our friend. When we post into the abyss, it's wild how just commenting on other people's things keeps you top of mind. There's a secret trick in Instagram where you can favorite up to, is it 50, Abby? You can favorite up to 50 companies. So then you can sort your feed to only see the favorites. So if you're trying to build relationships with venues, planners, other vendors specifically, I go in and favorite those people, go in once a day, sort my feed to the favorites, and just comment on those. That's how you stay top of mind. Do you know we hired my mom to do, she's our Instagram engagement specialist. She's 76. She in the morning opens Instagram, she scrolls, she likes, and she comments. So if you see comments from Wedding Venue Map, it ain't me. It's the old lady. Only one time did she give constructive criticism, and we had to talk about that. Because she did it to one of my competitors, even worse. The video went so fast, I'm like, well, that's because you're old. Like, let it go, lady, let it go, right? But just like and comment on people's posts. It's such a great way to stay top of mind. I pay attention to our comments. We don't get many. We only get 4 to 5 comments, so we see them. That's how you stay top of mind. Introduce people to other people. I meet people all the time that I probably will never do business with that person for whatever reason. But it's like, well, who can I connect you to? How can I help you get to the next person that you need to talk to? Invite them to another event. If you're going to the next thing, maybe they don't know about that thing. So invite people, hey, I'm going to this thing, I would love to see you there. And refer people when the opportunity fits, if it makes sense with your business. You earn referrals by giving value. Nobody's just gonna give you business. You have to earn it, right? Or you have to be so damn good and do something so freaking unique that no one else provides to be able to get that. Make it so easy for you to stay connected. Let's go back to the soapbox of the business cards. Can we please put our phone numbers and our email addresses on the of your website? Guys, this is wild. Do you know how many brides call the freaking office number and get stuck with Bree on the phone because they scroll our website to the footer and they call the number thinking they're calling a vendor or a venue? Happens all the time. Because the world has trained us that the phone number and the email address is in the footer. It might be on your contact page. I don't care. Put it in the footer, right? Make it so easy for me to be able to reach out to you. Go follow people on the social platforms that they are on. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. You know how I always find you hotel people who bop? Freaking LinkedIn. I follow everyone on LinkedIn. Do you know how many of you also don't have a business account, not like you don't have your business listed on LinkedIn? It's freaking wild. Like we literally go to LinkedIn with every new member and try to follow your company. Can't find you. Go make a business account. Like you don't have to do anything. It doesn't cost anything. Have your business listed on LinkedIn. But you should take these notes from the people you meet, put it into your contact tracker, CRM, wherever you put those people. Schedule a quick time to meet afterwards. If you meet somebody here and you're like, damn, this event is so loud, the DJs are awful, they'd never turn it down. Not iRock though. They listen when we ask them to turn down the volume. But when it's so loud, I would love to do coffee with you. Do you keep your calendar on your phone? Great, I do too. Let's just pull out our phones and schedule a Zoom call. Keep the momentum going with the people that you meet at an event. Create like a touch base loop, meaning every 2 to 3 months, I want you to put some form of follow-up in to stay in touch with people. Like you're building a loop that says over and over and over again, I want to stay top of mind with these people. You don't meet them once and hope you'll see them. Also, please make sure that your email signature, because you're going to send them an email, has all of your social media links in it so they can click, 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 and follow you. So you just reached out to a planner who's like, oh, let me learn more about this person. They're going to click on your Instagram link. Guess what happens if it's not in the email signature? They might go look. Might. Or they just go to your website, which is probably in your email signature. You haven't updated it in 4 years. And they're like, no, thank you. And then you're like, I emailed the planner at the venue and they never replied. Well, you didn't do your work on your side. Right? Make it easy for them. The Glinda tip is about making people feel special, right? We know people want to feel seen, but how can you go above and beyond and do the things that other people aren't doing? You can send things like audio, like a quick audio voice message in Instagram, in the DMs, for somebody who said, follow me on Instagram at a networking event. I love it. I'm here. I'm here for it. You can use Loom and send a quick video so they remember your face. Maybe you should put your photo in your signature so that when you send that email, they know who it was that they met. You're not just another name because you didn't bring a business card and you forgot. Remember the details. The details matter. You know my favorite thing about our industry? So many people in this room, I know so many details about your lives. Details, details, details. Some of you, I know your kids' names. Some of you, I know where you like to vacation because we take the time to talk and get to know each other, right? So the details really matter. If you're doing a recap, a reel, social post from this event tonight, not only tag the sponsors, but do a quick video and like tag all the people in it that you got to meet. Such a great way to be like, oh, damn, they value that connection they made with me. Hand out compliments like confetti. Do you know how good it feels when people are like, oh my God, I love your outfit? It's not hard. I try to do 5 compliments a day in life. I don't leave the house every day, so it's really hard because I love John, but like every day. He wears his uniform every day. There's only so much to say to him, right? But I try to, when I'm out in public, be like, oh my God, I love your shoes. Oh my, drop compliments like confetti. Make people feel good. When you put that kind of energy out, you get it back all the way through. Small gestures make really big impressions. You taking the time to send that voice memo, to send a video, to send a happy birthday. I mean, guys, Facebook, like everybody's birthday is on their Facebook page. It's not hard to find. You can also just ask people, oh, when's your birthday? Little gestures. Best in class, freaking Vanessa from Sweet Miss V's. This woman built her entire business on the back of networking and relationships. She stays on top of things. You don't forget her because she keeps showing up. She'll introduce you to anyone. She's a super connector, right? All of these things is why they're killing it. Like, damn, they're doing so freaking good. When you focus on giving instead of getting, you'll never run out of opportunities. I spent 10 years in our industry building relationships so that when the Wedding Venue Map launched, it was never supposed to be anything but venues. Shocker. That's why it's called Wedding Venue Map. But the vendors of our world were like, how do I get in on this? Like, what are you doing? Like, what about the rest of us? Because those relationships came back tenfold. The opportunities just kept coming because we give to get on the other side. The last step in the process is about persisting. You can't just set it and forget it. Do one thing and think magically you're going to get referrals are going to come in. Sometimes we have members in our world who join Wedding Venue Map, and like while we specialize in this and help building the connection and building the bridge, 3 months in, they're like, I want to cancel my membership because it's not doing anything. And I'm like, you've done nothing. You didn't even build your listing. Nicole built it. Like, you gave us your money. You had 30 days to build the listing. You didn't even put the listing up. You haven't come to an event. You didn't do the onboarding call. You've done nothing. And like, no shade, because we all get busy, but damn sure don't come back and tell me that it's not working. You have to work the system. You got to get in the game with us and be able to do it. The fortune is 100% in the follow-through. You ghost people after one follow-up if you even don't remember to put the business card in your bra. You overthink what you should say to people, so you say nothing at all. So you don't send it, or you wait until you need something from them. You're losing momentum because you don't have a plan, right? You send that one thing and then never follow up again. It's not a chore. Follow-ups are an opportunity. When someone in this room at a networking event, they've got the client that you want to work with, it's opportunity for you to put your head down and push. Jose from C2 Catered Events, when he launched his company, he saw the power of the city-owned venues and their lists. The RFPs, if you guys didn't know this, for catering only, all the city properties, put the caterers, I mean, they do presentations. They have to do like 40-page RFP packets of submission to fight for those spots on that list, right? He called every city-owned venue. When was the date? When's it up for RFP? Some of them it was years. He followed up. He stayed on top of them. He built relationships with them. He worked his patukas off. Landed one so far this year and maybe more to come. But he put the work in. You have to put in the effort. Consistency builds trust faster than talent. You can be so good at what you do, I don't care. You show up one time, great. You're going to show up more than once? You're going to be part of the world we're in, right? Are you going to consistently do good work and show up? Referrals come from warm relationships. People just forget about you. We're all busy. The fact that we have this many of you here in October is a testament to how much you actually care about either learning, networking, and growing your business through this way. I know it's a busy time of year for everyone. And I know we were like, come play with us in down in Kissimmee. Let's go to the Bev, right? Like, having that, but it's about, you've got to stay top of mind, right? You have to keep it warm. You don't have to do more. You just have to keep showing up and putting in a little bit of work. So some of this is about scheduling it, doing the behaviors that you need to do. Block a recurring time for networking touch points. Same as you would time block anything else on your calendar, this should be one of them. Grab an hour every other week that says, let me just go through that networking list and check in with a few people. Maybe go comment on their Instagram. Do something to stay top of mind. Use reminders to do it. Create routines around this. But set those reminders to reconnect every 60 to 90 days. This also matters with the current people who are referring you, because they will forget about you too. You already earned that spot, and now you just let it go cold because you haven't been around. Or it was season and you got busy and you didn't see that person for 5 months. Well, they're still talking to new clients. You have to stay visible in between events. A lot of this is about engaging on social media. Having killer social media is no longer an option. It is 2025. It's not about, oh, I could post on Instagram. No chance, guys. You must post. You must be posting stories multiple times a week. You must be posting videos on your social media spaces. And not just videos of like freaking slideshows. You have to be doing more, but that's how you stay top of mind. Because I watch them. I have 3 20-year-olds in my family getting married right now. I'm on a roller coaster with those 3. It's been a wild, topsy-turvy, upside down. But they're watching the stories of the people they're following every day. They click and look through them. But so are so many of the vendors. Bree knows everything that's happening in your lives if you post on stories, and that's how I know, because she sees it and tells me. Because she gets through all of it almost every day. Right? But you've got to be active in the platforms and the places and spaces. Reshare other people's stuff. When you see that they did cool things, share it. If the linen company that you like to work with says, here's our new tablecloth, share it to your store. Share it. Build the relation. The rental company is like, look at our new blank tables, or check out this cool new dance floor we have. Share it. That's how you build relationships and doing those things. Show up where your people are at, be it online or in real life. I love a good Zoom coffee. I don't prefer to leave my house. So when people are like, let's get together for coffee, I'm like, can we do it on the internet? I perfected it during COVID because we couldn't go out. And I'm like, I don't have an hour car ride to sit there for 2.5 hours because we left the house, so we might as well, to then drive an hour home. I don't have it. But I got a solid 45 that we can have quality time talking to each other over a cup of coffee, right? So meet people where they want to be at. Post frequently. Share upcoming events. If you're going to an event and you got a ticket, post it. Hey, I'm coming to this event. Other people might be like, ooh, I've been meaning to connect with that person. I'll go too. And then you get the chance to connect in person. Send email newsletters are a great way to stay top of mind. But for the love of all things, do not add those business cards in that pile to your email list without permission. You want to know how quickly, say it clapping for the people in the back. Do you know how quickly people will be like, that person's now annoying me? I'm trying to stay on top, ask. Trust me, I know what we do to your inbox, and I'm not afraid about it. I blow up your stuff. But if you say, hey, listen, can we talk about all the emails wedding venue map sends so I can figure out which lists I want to be on, which ones I don't? Absolutely. I'll make the adjustment. Let's talk about it. But You don't get to just take that stack of business cards and dump them into email marketing. It's technically illegal. It's against the law to do that. But you can meet people at a networking event and say, hey, I do a monthly newsletter. It's got a bunch of tips and ideas, my favorite recipe, a drink of the month, depending upon what you do. Would it be okay if I add you to it? Could you imagine if you asked someone to that and they were like, oh, no. You're an asshole. Like, who would do that? Who would do that? No. Of course they're going to say yes, and then you can do it. They can unsubscribe if they want. Keep showing up. This isn't a set it and forget it. The amount of times that I have seen Kelly and Kim from ABC, I actually love them as human beings outside of everything we do at work, but none of us have time to ever see each other but networking events. We constantly are like, wait, are you going to NACE? I'm going to NACE. Can we sit together? Because we just don't have the time. But they show up consistently, constantly. Attend events regularly. Central Florida, you are so spoiled. You have so many events every single month that are bangers to network at. You have Wedding Venue Map, CFWA, NACE, ILEA, HSMAI, MPI. There's so many freaking groups. Show up, pick them, find some familiar faces. They become trusted businesses. When you know people show up all the time, you start to build trust because there's consistency there in the people that you're connecting with. Right? Pick a few groups. You can't get referrals if people forget you exist. You just can't. It's not possible. And get creative with where you show up. If you're Wedding Venue Map members, we have a Facebook group that's members only. You know who doesn't really post in it? You guys. That's networking. For you to post about your business or products. Don't talk like there's brides in there. There ain't brides in the group. But it's B2B. So introduce yourself. Who are you? Post in there, say, I'm going to the event this month. Who else is going? Do you want to meet up beforehand? Do you know how much business I have accomplished meeting up at hotel bars before a networking event? To grab a drink with somebody and have that conversation one-on-one before we go in the door, right? We also do monthly small group coffee connects. And if that's something you're interested in, how many of you have been to one? Good handful? Good. So it's 8 to 10 people. We meet up in Maitland, Altamont. It's a tiny group. We just kind of network and chit-chat and share and talk. If you prefer small group networking, we have it. Just let Nicole know, and she will send you the invite for an upcoming one. There's a ton of organizations in our market that you can network at. Central Florida Wedding Association. MPI, if you're trying to get onto the corporate side, MPI is that side of the world. ILEA is the Live Events Association. A lot of entertainment people and things like that are there. NACE, heavier on the food side, but another great local organization. There's also killer networking at wedding shows. We've got two of our best show producers in the room. Karen from Engaged Wedding Expo, raise your hand. And John and Monica from the Expos are here, raise your hands. If you guys are planning on participating in wedding shows in 2026, yeah, that's what's coming. 2026, it's time to sign up now. Make the plan. Get them on your calendar and get them ready. But some of the best networking is at wedding shows. You meet the couples, but there's so much money to be made in the relationships of people who are also there. The Glenda tip is about keeping the energy alive, right? Please, when you come to networking events, it's about being positive. If you had a shit day, stay home. If you can't reset in the car ride, if you can't put on a playlist that's going to change your attitude, forget the ticket, don't go. Trust me, your vibe, we can all feel it. If you don't want to be here, we don't want you here either. Stay home. But celebrate other people's wins. This one's wild. I got permission to post this. I need you to shut up on social media. What does that mean? The best thing about the world and the country we live in is free speech. Every single thing you put on the internet, be it on your personal account, on the business account, the people who see it, there is a chance that it affects your dollars. If you don't care about that, that's okay. But I was on the phone with a vendor yesterday, referring another vendor, raving about them, and they were like, ooh, you see what she posts over on Facebook? I'm like, come on. Like, the choice is you have to be okay with it affecting your business. And I'm talking about complaining about clients, politics, religion, personal values. It is freedom of speech. You get to say anything you want. You just can't come back and be like, well, my business isn't growing. Shut up. Don't go into these stupid groups and complain about brides. You want to know what's about them? They're the worst. They're so lost. Gen Z is lost, guys. It's going to be the next 2 years of you selling to brides is going to be the hardest it's ever been. They have no idea what they want. They are lost, little love muffins. We're struggling at the wedding shows trying to help them because they can't even answer the question. So, like, when you post and you say these things and you put it out to the world, it will affect your business. So I just need you to be really thoughtful and with what you say. But you have the right to say it because welcome to America. So keep that in mind. But be the person who makes people smile. Paint yourself green. Show up and act a fool. Like, have a good time. Like, we're a fun industry. The first time that my boyfriend came to a networking event and walked in and was like, are you freaking kidding me? They think it's like a Chamber of Commerce meeting at 7 a.m. where you show. I remember when Christy from Anna Christine Events like begged me to go to this BNI meeting. It was at 7:30 in the morning. I get up at 5. She gets up at 10. So she was like, can you go? This guy begged me to go, and I said I'd go. And we show up, and she's like, where's the coffee? And they were like, what? We were like, oh, my God. They're like, event people don't come. I'm like, I can tell you why. There's no food and beverage? What do you mean? Like, nobody can grab a box of Joe? Come on now, right? But be the person who makes people smile. Respond when people tag you, mention you, refer you. Remember things like birthdays and business anniversaries. Those things matter. So much of this room, there's a lot of you in here who work for other people, and that's amazing. But so many people in this room own their own business. And like every year, I'm a jerk. I throw an entire networking event to celebrate my company birthday every year. Because I'm like, how the heck are we at year 8? I don't even know how we got there, right? So celebrate it with other people. Be that bubble energy. Be consistent, confident in what you know and how you help people, and make it contagious. Best in class, Nicole on our team. Nicole's been with Wedding Venue Map since June of 2024. As our team has continued to grow, having Bree and Nicole and now Abby on the team, like having those people who are in it with me that like they're not going anywhere. There's consistency in our team showing up for you, and she shows up at every event ready to go. Every time. She gets so excited when she does a member onboarding, guys. Oh my God, I talked to this member and it was so fun, and they're doing this and they're doing that, and we're like, okay, like she is the bubble. That she is better than I ever could have hoped or asked for in terms of the role that she's in. So she gets best in class for that. So, but we can all, I know, claps for Nikki, claps. But we can all ultimately learn something from Glinda and from Elphaba, right? Glinda's going to show up. She shows up. She sparkles. She works the room. She dazzles around with that energy. Elphaba's showing up strategic, prepared, listens, follows through. She's got that purpose all the way through. The goal isn't to be everywhere. It's just about being remembered. Everywhere you do show up, in the places that you show up, be it on social media, in Facebook groups, at networking events. It's about just showing up consistently. The method is around you've got to follow the whole system. If you pre-prep and then you don't follow up, wasted, right? Like, I really believe the success of the company and the success of my whole career is built on the back of me creating systems around stuff, of we do this and then this and then this and then this, and then we repeat all the way through. And I believe it's the same. So what I really hope you leave with today is that it's not about you being something you're not. You don't have to become a crazy power networker. There's many people in our industry who are so good at social media, they actually don't come out to networking events. We have members like that. They just kill it on socials. And so they don't really come out and do a whole lot of networking because they're focusing their energies there, and that's where they're really good at. But be remembered for what you're so good at that people don't forget you. The event really starts before you get there, so come prepped, prepared with the right attitude. Follow-up is where you build that trust, not in a room. In a room is the welcome, the hi, the how are you, the coffee chat afterwards, the one-on-one meeting, the showroom, the venue site visit. That is where the trust comes from, right? Consistency is going to beat confidence every time. There's so many quiet people in this room that show up over and over and over and over again, and everyone knows it. So don't think that because you're not as loud as I am that people don't remember you. Networking isn't about luck, it's a system. And when you put into the system, it rewards you on the other side. You got to be a little Glinda, be a little Elphaba. You have to have the sparkle and the strategy. Think what we can do together if we have both of them all the way through. Show up, stand out, stay connected all the way through. One more thank you for all of the incredible round of applause for all the sponsors who took the time, the energy, the effort to get our insanity of vision of what we wanted to do at the event today. Make sure you follow them all, thank them all. You'll get all the links to follow all their stuff in the follow-up email. We really value you guys investing your hard-earned money for your company, showing up to events and coming and being here with everybody, building those relationships, showing up constantly and consistently. It's important for your business, and we're happy, but we also want the feedback. So if there's any kind of event you wish you saw, we change it up all the time. I mean, we're going bowling next month, and then teenies and tassels. Nope, tinsel, not tassels. I took that to a whole different Rachel's. Tinsel and teenies for the holiday party where we'll get a little more dressed up and have a good old time. Thank you guys so much. I hope you learned some great stuff. Have a good night.